guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be all about some brows. And as you can tell, I ain't got none on right now, so I look a little funny. Pretty much what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to just fill in my brows how I usually do, and then I'm going to add a couple of different techniques that I've found over the past week, honestly, that I've been really liking. I have thicker brows than most people, but at the same time, they're just not filled in, they're not defined, they look funny. And so I'm going to go in and fill them in and sculpt them out, and that look has kind of made its way out of the beauty world, and the more thick and natural looking brows are kind of coming back in. Obviously, you do your brows how you want to do your brows, but if you want to know how to get your brows filled in, sculpted, and then still have that thick natural appearance to them, then just keep watching. Alright, so the first product I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Brow Kit in the shade Light, and I'm using this crown brush. It is their brow duo brush, and I'm going to be using the spoolie side and the little angled brush side. I'm going to bring you up close. Now, let me tell you, I kind of regret doing this dramatic of a look before I bring you in close to my eyeballs, because I did not do the best job. Make sure you got your brows trimmed, waxed, shaved, however you do your brows. Obviously mine aren't perfect, but that's okay. We're trying to make a more natural look. It's okay. So basically what I'm going to start out doing is just brushing my hairs up, getting them kind of going in the pattern that I want them to go in. And you can see, I mean, I've got these little ones out there here and stragglers and crazies. I'm going to first dip into the pan of the gel and then go ahead and grab some of the powder. I know this looks disgusting, but that's just what happens when you do this. Okay, and I like to first start off by connecting the top corner to this bottom tail, and that's just because that's where my main gap is between my brows. Like, there's no hairs right there, so I just like to start filling this in, and you can see this is not exactly the color of my brows. So I start doing like that, and then I go to the top and I connect that just like that, and then make sure that's all even. Then I go back in with my product, and then I start filling it in and then carving out this little area right down through here. What is this in my hair? Why is it there? Okay. Then you just start filling them in. And now my brows are totally uneven, like one side goes down one way and the other side goes down the other way. It's just what it is, it's just how it is, it's just how they're always going to be. So I just accepted it. So here we go. I have completely filled in that brow and it looks some serious intense. So now what I like to do is I just like to feather through it one more time, make sure they're going all in the right direction, and usually right through here there's a bunch of gaps that I just have to kind of like fill in, whatever. You fill your brows in how you normally would. So now you've got these complete sculpted out brows, and you can go in with some concealer, sculpt them out even more if you want to. Typically about this point what I have to do is I just have to find a darker shadow. Any kind of dark brown usually works for me. Doesn't matter if it's chocolate. Oh, sorry about that. Doesn't matter if it's like a chocolate shade or a taupe shade, you know, whatever. I really don't care. I'll be honest. So I just go in and I touch that area up to kind of make it a little bit darker so that my brows blend in with it a little bit more than they would with that too light of a shade. So now we're looking something like this. I take a beauty blender, it's wet or damp, doesn't really matter, and I take it in some translucent powder, and it does not have to be a lot at all. Just get it on there to where it's about like this. And then I just pop that on top of my brows. And I know they look a little funky now. You're like, oh my goodness. Yes, I know. It looks weird. So then what I do is I go back in with that little spoolie and I just start combing through it. About like that. Not too much, just enough to get the excess product. Then I'm taking my Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara in the shade Blunder Over Yonder. And essentially what I do is I take that translucent powder. If you hear like in the background, that's my chair squeaking. It just looks like this, and it's like a cream kind of brow gel. So I just start filling in my brows. It attaches itself to the powder that I just put on there and kind of cakes it up, honestly. But it gives your brows a more full appearance. Like you've just got a whole bunch of hairs up in there and like they're tamed perfectly. So then they start looking something like this. I don't know if you can really see up close. Yeah, you can. So yeah, they start looking something like that, and they're very hairy looking. They look very bushy and full. I know that's just a weird way to explain it. If that's not your cup of tea, that's okay. You fill in your brows how you want to. It's just a technique that I have discovered in the past like week of just trying different things out on myself to find out what suits me the best, you know. And I've come to find that I really enjoy this one. Hang on, I gotta shape that up a little bit. I've come to find out that I really like how this is. Gosh, you can totally see the difference. I look a little funny now, don't I? Like, okay, so that is pretty much the video. It's super duper simple. You only use what you typically use to fill in your brows, some brow gel and some powder. So it's not anything really different. It's not some kind of like massive revelation for the makeup world, but I just know that the thick brows were kind of coming back, and I kind of figured out a way to give myself the illusion that I had these massively, you know, thick sculpted brows, when in actuality I don't. I mean, now let me tell you, if I don't, like, you know, shave them or nothing, they can be looking like some woolly mammoths. But sculpted, thick sculpted brows. I went ahead and did this eyebrow, but I messed up just a little bit, and when I went and put the powder on, I didn't brush the powder out and then apply the brow gel. Make sure you do that, otherwise it can get a little bit too cakey and kind of just flatten the brow down instead of lift it up and give it that volume and like bushy effect. That's so weird to say. So just make sure that you comb through the brow, otherwise it just makes a complete layer of cake. I mean, somebody might like a layer of cake, I don't know. I just started doing it and wanted to share it with y'all, so yeah, that's the end of my video. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like and subscribe. And if you didn't like it, leave a comment and let me know how I can improve. So I hope y'all have a great day, and God bless.